students, welcome to the one more online session on surveying part 2. We were discussing about the geodetic survey. Geodetic surveying is having an area greater than 250 kilometers square, and intervisibility between the stations are much more important that we have discussed in the previous lecture. So second year, please consider that two stations are having say 100 km apart. Then how we can identify whether it is our point A or is there any other point? So if you consider that a city which consists of again few higher skyscrapers building over here, say this is one, say this is second. Just consider that city is say Mumbai city, and which consists of lot of buildings over here. And by using again what we have discussed about it, that for intervisibility we have to consider the highest point. Suppose we have considered this building as the highest point in that particular vicinity, and we have considered that this is our point say A. We have taken the reference of this building. This building is the highest building in this particular area, and then we will take it as a point E. But likewise, there might be any other building which may obstruct the visibility of the station. Okay. Now consider second year that we required a proper signal. We required a proper signal to identify whether this is our point A, or do we have any other, like say a temple which consists of again some point. So whether it is point A or whether this is our point A. So to identify between the number of points, number of other towers, the church spires or the temples, which one is our point? So to identify it, we have to consider the signals. We have to consider the signals. For example, second year, air traveling by using the aeroplane. When aeroplane wanted to land in a high dense population area, so that aeroplane should move in such a way that it should acquire the proper landing platform, so that it will not get much bigger what you can say the landing platform, as it is highly dense. So there is a limitation for the landing. So if you consider a small figure over here, I will draw a plan. Suppose this is the plan of the landing platform. Say this is the, up to this we can take a landing starting from here. So before starting the landing, we have to give them some signals. Means the aeroplane will start understanding that these are the points, indicates that the landing platform will start from this station. So he will try to acquire the same channel. As if the channel of the landing. So these points will be called as a signals. Signals given to the aeroplane to acquire the proper channel to make comfort landing. On the same line, if you consider second year, we will take an example of 2 points. One point is having say this tower. Say this is my first point A, and another point is having taken the use of this building, and somewhere on the building I have kept the point B. But there might be other buildings which may obstruct, there might be other buildings which may get confused with the particular point. So what we will do is we will consider some signals. We will consider some signals so that the point B can be easily identified and can be clearly cited. It can be clearly cited. Okay. So we will understand what are the signals as far as the geodetic surveying is concerned. Here we will consider three signals. One is non-luminous. Non-luminous. Second, it is also called as opaque. It is also called as opaque. O-P-Q-U-E. Then second is luminous. And third one is night signals. It is also called as sun signals. Luminous, it is sun signals. First is non-luminous or opaque signals. Next one is luminous, or by using sun we have to take some signals. And third is, it is in case of night where we have a dark sun. Okay, so we will understand one by one what is non-luminous, what is luminous or sun signal, and what is night signal. Now one more thing before going for the signal, that our signal should be clearly visible. The requirement of a signal is our signal will be clearly visible and it should be free from phase. Should be free from phase. What is phase? Phase of a signal. Now second here, consider it is a cylinder, and we have considered that this cylinder is nothing but our signal, and at some distance from this signal, suppose say this is point A, and let us suppose this is our point B. Okay, now if you consider that from point A, observer is point A, at point A, and he would like to bisect the station at point B. He would like to bisect the station B, which is having a cylindrical shape. Now consider that the sunlight, when it focus on point B, when sunlight will attack on point B, whatever the portion which is under sunlight, that portion is visible to us. Okay, so if A is standing over here, and if he sees this portion, then he will say that this is the point B. Now consider that there is a huge distance between point A and point B. Now if sunlight is just focused on this portion of this cylinder, then he will say that this is the exact point B, and he may try to bisect the station like this, the exact station. Now suppose another figure, and say again this is our point A. Now this time the sunlight, if is in this direction, sunlight is from this direction. If here we have a sun, so from this direction it will try to illuminate that portion. He will try to illuminate this portion. So what will happen? The observer, when he want to see this cylindrical point, what he will see? He will try to see this portion was illuminated, this portion is illuminated, and he will try to bisect. Like this. He will try to bisect this point, but this point was the exact point. In the first figure, you can see This is the exact point, this is the correct point, or we can say an accurate point by which we will get a correct observations. But what he have done, he have bisected the another point. He have bisected the another point. So what will do? It will affect your observations. It will affect your observations. Earlier it was this line. Let us say this is the correct line, the dotted line. And now he have got this new line. He have got this new line of direction. So this angle is called as phase of signal. Second year, did you understood? Consider point A and point B having large distance, and due to sunlight, the portion is visible. If you look at towards the other portion of the cylinder, the other portion is not visible to us due to the sunlight. Okay, the other portion is darker and this portion is illuminated. Now, if sunlight is from this direction, then that is okay. But if you look at towards the direction change for the sunlight, what may happen? It will come from this direction. And this portion is get illumination, and the remaining part is under dark. So as observer don't know which is the correct signal, which is the correct point or cylinder, he wanted to bisect this point, which one is the correct, which is correct. But as he can see only this point due to the illumination, he will try to bisect that point. So the dotted line, correct line of direction, and the new line, that will make your phase of a signal. So our requirement for the signal is what? Our signals should be free from phase. Our signals should be free from phase of a signal. Now let's start with the exact what are the signals. As I said, there are three signals. First one we will see today, non-luminous. These non-luminous stands for without using any illumination, we can able to identify that point. Okay, so suppose I will be drawing a rough sketch of a non-luminous signal. It is nothing but a target, or for example we have seen the ranging rod. So it is almost like a ranging rod having height say 4 to 5 meters as per the requirement, and again it is painted in different colors. So it is painted in say red and the other side is say white. The non-luminous signal is nothing but a rod which is painted in red and white, black and white, and at the end it consists of a tripod. It consists of a tripod to stabilize or to balance it, and we'll try to bisect it. Again, if your line of sight or the distance between the target and the observer, if it is greater than 7 meters, then again we have to go for the thick and darker point, darker target stations. Generally, for 25 to 30 kilometer range, we will go for the target stations. target stations consist of a pole. Target stations will have a pole. The pole will consist of two squares or two rectangles. Those are connected with each other. So if I want to elaborate, so suppose this is a pole and which consists of a square. Which consists of a square. For 25 meter to 30 meter, we have to go for the target stations. For the lesser distances, below less 7 to 20 meter, 25 meter, we will go for this kind of stations. Now, next one is the sun signals. Next one is sun signals. Now, secondly, if you consider the sun signals, there are two words. One is heliotrope and second is heliograph. One is heliotrope. Second one is heliograph. Now, before explaining this heliotrope and heliograph, you open up your Google and just put these two words and read the description given by the website. Heliotrope and heliograph. I will wait for 2 minutes. Yes, second year, what we are getting? If you put a heliotrope, it is an instrument that uses a mirror to reflect sunlight over great distances to mark positions of participants in land survey. And regarding heliograph, it is a wireless telegraph that signals by flashes of sunlight reflected by mirror. Okay. I think you can see the figure also. So, heliotrope and heliograph will use the sun signals or the rays reflected from the sunlight as if they're signals. So, this is about the sun signals, and third one is the night signals. So, if we are going to take a line of sight in the darker area, so bright signals are used. Normally, different fuels are used, like gas, like kerosene, or any other fuels are used for understanding the point or to find out the night signal of that particular point. So normally acetylene gas, kerosene, and other types of fuels, so other types of injectors are used to illuminate the signals at the night. One more word I would like to tell you: Drummond's light, consisting of small ball of line, is placed in the focus of a parabolic reflector. Drummond's light. If you consider this word as Drummond, shown slide, second year, it consisting of a small ball of line placed in the focus of a parabolic reflector and raised to very high temperature by stream of oxygen gas. Okay, so this is again one of the type of the light which is used as a night signal. Then there is an oxygen, then there is an electric lamp, magnesium lamps, electric lamp, magnesium lamp. So these are the types of lamps are used for the night signals. Okay, second year. So here we have finished up with the unit number 2, geodetic survey. Okay, today's topic was different types of signals used to understand the stations, geodetic stations. Okay, so I hope that you have understood this today's session. If you have any kind of doubts in your mind, you can again ask me at the comment box, or you can email me. Thank you students for attending session.